Welcome back, everybody. Little update, probably the last one about the weather. It's been pretty tough up here. Our fish pond has taken a hit. It's frozen over. But me being a good fish daddy, I gave them some food anyway. They're just going to have to wait until the ice thaws out before they eat dinner. Oh well. So today we're going to sample some of the creek dirt around here and see what we get out of it. One of my friends had panned out some of the dirt, and this is a sample of it. We're going to test it in the method that my friend Ramos showed me. I'm going to add some hydrochloric acid and some nitric acid and test it to see if there is any gold in it. Alright, that should be enough. Don't want to overdo the nitric, because then you'll spend a lot on chemicals to kill off the excess nitric. So we put it on to heat, let it start reacting, close down our blast shield in case anything explodes. But here's our samples. Both spoons are are identical as far as their content, and we're going to put some urea into each spoon to kill off any excess nitric. Just takes a few grains, few pellets, that's all. Working with very small samples has the benefit of saving money in chemicals. And we'll let this do its thing. Give it a little stir just to help it along. And next we put in a couple of drops of stannous chloride and see what color we get. Well, this doesn't look very promising. Give it another stir and see that we have a clear solution. That means there is no gold in it. Probably got panned out when my friend was panning it. It's very small gold up here, so it's easily washed out of the pan. So next we're going to take this sample. This is a grab sample that I got out of the creek. I just reached in and grabbed some mud. So we're going to process this and see if not panning helps out any. And you see there's a lot of foam after we added our muriatic acid. And it smelled a lot like sulfur, so that means that there was a lot of sulfides in it. Here it is after we finished boiling it and let it calm down. So it's about ready to be put into the spoons and tested. This almost looks like orange juice, a little bit darker. But we'll put some urea in here, kill off any excess nitric that we might have, and give it a stir. And now we add our stannous chloride and see what we get. A couple drops is all you need. I don't see a big color change right off, so we'll give it a stir and see if that helps it along. Oh yeah, I see a little purple there. These creeks up here apparently do have some gold in it. They must flow through a vein somewhere up the creek. Very small though, very little. Well, it's some place to start at. Well, later on that day, I needed some zinc, so I took this old electrical connectors, an electric box, an LB box, some nuts, some fasteners. They're all made of zinc. So I melted them down and then poured them into a bucket of water to break them up so I could use them in future experiments. And this is what we got. A bunch of zinc lumps. Doesn't look at all what it used to. Kind of different shape. But the nice thing about having zinc in this form is it's easier to dose than just dropping in a big chunk of zinc and hoping that it's the right amount. So we'll pick through here and find any odd parts that are a little bit big and break them up. So breaking these things up isn't too difficult. Although, I could use an extra hand here.
On the ones that are like,
I'll pick through this.
Like these were almost.
So then we put it out to dry just before we put it into our storage bottle. Now it is good practice to label all your chemicals, even if they're inert, because you never know what you're going to put them into, and if you put the wrong thing in the wrong place, it could be trouble. Here's a piece of zinc in muriatic acid, and you can see how vigorous the reaction is here. The zinc is dissolving into the muriatic acid at a pretty good rate. This took a couple of minutes to dissolve that little bit of zinc. Now if I had put this into a process at the wrong time, thinking it was a different chemical, it would have ruined the whole process. Well, that'll do it for today. Next video we'll actually be looking at some ore under a microscope, see if we can see any gold bits, and then we'll process them to verify. See ya!